I'm Stephanie Fitzgerald. I graduated in History and Anthropology in 2012, and I'm the head of Young People Programs at the Money Charity. Research shows that women tend to be more risk adverse than men when it comes to money, so they are less likely to invest. And sometimes that can mean that it doesn't pay off if you're not willing to invest and take a bit of risk. You're not going to get such big returns. And also, women generally seem to have less confidence in their ability to manage their money. So, when surveyed, men will be more likely to say, yes, I'm great at managing my money, and women will be more likely to say, I'm not so great. And also, women tend to be a bit less confident asking for things like a pay rise and that kind of thing. So we try to really encourage young women, not just like men, but to really feel confident talking about money, because talking about money is really, really key. And to do their research and really, knowing about money and being good at managing your money isn't a thing that some people are good at and some people aren't. It's not black and white. We can all research, ask questions, and become good at it. I think money is kind of, related to maths. Maybe it's more of that kind of subject, that type of thing that you're interested in, that men tend to associate with being good at, and women associate themselves more with being not good at. Less women study maths, don't they? So I guess that makes sense. And also, I suppose maths is one of those things that people almost take pride in saying, oh, I'm rubbish at maths. And I guess money's a bit like that too. You kind of like, oh, I love buying lots of shoes. I'm rubbish at math. I'm rubbish at managing my money, kind of thing. It's maybe just a bit like it's a brag to say you're good at managing your money. It's like saying you've got loads of money, and we don't talk about that. That's a taboo subject. So women just feel a bit more comfortable to sort of humbly be like, I'm not very good at money, no. And something I'm quite passionate about is the pension gap, where if you're a woman, you're more likely to have time out of work to have children, and then maybe go back part-time, which is what I have done. And then you've been paying into your pension for a lot less time, and smaller amounts than men will have been. And that's something that I don't think women really think about, and it's not really brought to their attention. And it means that really, to make up for that, we should be paying in more earlier on to help us build up more of a pension, but no one really tells us that. So that's something, as a woman, I'm really keen for more young women to know about and understand, and men actually, because men are usually the other half of the partnership. So understanding that is important for men too. We actually find that young people are more interested in the subjects that an adult might think, oh, that's not relevant to them yet, they'll find that boring, than you would think. So usually it'll be a teacher that chooses what topics they want covered in a workshop that they book. And every now and again, we'll ask the teacher to ask the young people to vote on what topics they would like covered. Whenever the teacher books it, they almost always book a sort of budgeting and planning, generic, key money management skills starter session. And when young people are given the choice, more often than not, they will choose pensions, insurance, mortgages, the more sort of tax and pay slips, the more sort of nitty-gritty topics. And what we find is that young people really want to talk about money. It's really interesting. They know that it's going to really impact their lives, but no one really does talk to them about it. Unfortunately, only 48% of young people receive a meaningful financial education, even though it's on the secondary curriculum. It's still a taboo. Parents want to kind of keep you safe from money worry, so they don't really talk about it. And young people are hearing, on the news all about cost of living crisis or the housing crisis, how expensive everything is, how difficult everything is going to be for them. So it's really empowering and interesting to hear about how it all actually works. And they're really excited to grow up, mostly, and start earning and stuff. So it's that kind of window into real grown up life that I think they find really interesting.